Can't believe we are already 10 days into January, into a whole new year, 2016. But here we are. So this week for us was the first week back to work and school and real life after having 2 weeks off for Christmas break. So it was definitely an adjustment. It felt like the longest week ever. And so I'm really glad to be finishing it up and have it under our belts and on to the next week. Um, Baby update. We are like 27 and a half, 27, 28 weeks now with baby number 2 on the way, and we have a name picked out so I can share it with you. I'm really excited about that because, once they have a name, it feels a lot more real, and I feel like we're at this point where we're, less than 3 months away from baby time, so it might be time to pick out a name for the little person. So, let me see if you can see that. This is the name we picked out. Baby Milby number 2 is going to be Bo. There we go. Bo Brooks. I really like it. Didn't plan on having, the double letter alliteration, but it worked out. Bo means to live, and I really like that name. And I'm kind of a believer in the meaning of names and how they give you some sort of takeaway or something important. It has a special meaning for you in your life. So I really like that his name means to live. And it took us a while to kind of decide on that. Brooks is just a name that we like. It kind of goes along with the last name as a first name, like Tucker. But we like that one. We actually noticed it. We were watching a Texas Longhorns baseball game, and one of the players, his first name was Brooks, and we're like, I like that if we ever have another baby. And so it came up in the name talk. So really excited to have a name and to share it with you. I did my glucose challenge test this week, so I got to drink that delicious orange glucola and then sit for an hour before they drew my blood. But I was really impressed. The lab tech, I'm the worst person about having good veins or them being able to find veins. They usually have to poke me several times, but she was awesome. She got me on the first try, and I was out of there, and I'm not all bruised and beat up, which is kind of nice after you go to the lab. But that's done, so we're just waiting to see how that turned out. Hopefully everything was good. I don't think there's any reason to worry, but you never know. So I always kind of worry about those things until they're out of the way. So we go back to the doctor Thursday for a checkup and to see where we are, and then we'll go from there. We should be getting to the point where you go every other week instead of once a month because we're getting really close to baby time. We started painting his room, and then got really tired and didn't really work on it a lot this week. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sneezing. Got started on it. Have at least primed some. It was a really, 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 really hideous dark purple color. The family that lived here before we did had 2 little girls, so both of these upstairs bedrooms have very vivid paint colors. Tucker's, thank goodness, worked for a boy or a girl. It's like bright blue and green, but dark purple and lavender are not really gender neutral colors. So we're going with a um, darker gray to make the white, there's white trim pop. And I found a wallpaper that I really like that's like a temporary wallpaper. I haven't tried one of those before, or wallpaper at all, but it looks really cool. It looks like the weathered rustic wood slats. Um, and I'd rather do something like that that's temporary and I can take it down if I hate it, than make one of those palette walls and then get it up there and decide that I really don't like it. And it's a lot less labor intensive. So hopefully we'll get that done before he gets here. We've got plenty of time. Tucker, I don't think I had his nursery set up until his actual due date. And even then, it wasn't quite ready. And you know what? He didn't get here on his due date. He was almost 2 weeks late. So I feel like with this guy, we probably have plenty of time as well. That's something that I've been thinking about and wondering about. Will this guy get here on his due date or a guest date, which is April 6th, or is he going to be an early bird, or is he going to be stubborn like his brother and take 2 extra weeks to get here and have everybody, awaiting his arrival? I really hope he's somewhere in the middle. That would be fabulous. It makes it a lot easier for planning, but a lot of times, like situations like this, we're not in control and have to learn to let go of that need for control. And that's something I'm really working on this year. My group and I are starting a book club on this book that I'm really excited about, Make It Happen. Um, and it's all about like letting go of your fears and stop chasing the idea of perfect or the need to control every situation. And I think it's going to be really good for me because those are some of my flaws. I'm a worrywart. I need to plan everything. I need to know how everything's going to work, and then I tend to get really disappointed if things don't go according to plan. So working on that. So I'm really, really excited to do this book study. This is a good one. And I just downloaded a ton of new personal development type books. That's one of my goals for the year is to spend more time on personal development and reading for me. Like I said last week, I know that sounds like kind of a selfish goal, but taking care of yourself, whether you're a mom or not, is kind of important. You can't. I saw something on Pinterest or Facebook or something yesterday that said you can't pour from an empty cup, which is true. You got to kind of take care of yourself, and then hopefully everything else will take care of itself once you're under control. I just love this little vest sweater thing. It's great. And so I just downloaded a bunch. I had an email from Audible that said, your credits are about to expire. So I just downloaded a ton of new audiobooks. I had like six different titles that I um, had been wanting to read, but I hadn't, and I had 6 credits that were about to go away. So I downloaded a bunch of those to try. Big Magic is one I've been wanting to read this year, so I got that one. I got You're a Badass. I got The Year of Yes by Shonda Rhimes, and I am obsessed with her, so I'm really excited about that one, and I'm really excited since I got the audiobooks that she is actually narrating her book. So I'm looking forward to that one. And then I got another one that's called Made to Crave, and it's all about learning to or teaching yourself to crave God instead of craving food, instead of turning to food or worshiping food instead. So having a healthy relationship with food and a healthy spiritual relationship. So I'm really looking forward to all of those. And then I got a couple books just for fun. I downloaded The Martian. We saw the movie and it was really, really clever. So I'm excited to read the book. And then I got All the Light We Cannot See, which I read this summer, but I read it so fast that I want to be able to slow down and go back and listen to it. So audiobooks are one of the things I do to have time to actually read, because I can put them on when I'm in the shower, when I'm driving, or whatever, and then I actually get time to read books in my crazy life. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm excited. I guess that's about it for this week. We're still in our potty training saga with Tucker. It's been about 2 weeks since we started. He's done pretty good. He only had like 2 accidents this week, so I would say we're making progress. A lot of times he just gets distracted and we get distracted, and that's something I hope we get to work on this week, is making sure that we're all paying attention to him. But he's doing a really good job, and I know people are going to say that we're trying to potty train him too early because he's not quite 2.5 yet, but I figure we better start now. That is my fear, is having 2 babies in diapers, and everybody keeps telling me he's going to, regress when the baby gets here and he won't be potty trained anymore. But I feel like at least if we have tried it and we have gotten started, we'll be better off than if we waited or if we didn't. So we'll see how that goes. I hope you guys have a great week. Let me know if you've read any of those books or any other books I need to add to my list, because I'm really excited to read some more this year.